Hello and welcome to this product demo. This will be a comparison between the Tile and the Reyke tracking key fobs. Now these are key fobs you attach to your keys, you attach to your phone, you attach to your car, you attach to your grandma in case you lose any of them. Now if you've lost your grandma, please do call 911 and don't rely on these. But if they're attached to your keys, that's another matter. Now the biggest difference between these is that there's only one in here and there are four in here. And these are around the same price too, so this had better be really good at tracking my keys. So there's some information on the back of the boxes. I do like the packaging of this one more. It's a bit better designed, I think. You could see by the light there that it has its own kind of custom matting and custom shiny. And this one is like, all right, this is a simple box. This one is also the black ones. So this shows the black and white. This is just 4 black ones. I guess they kind of use the same packaging for the different colors. But let's open these up. I do want to show you the unboxing. And now I've already unboxed this. This came, you have to like rip off this thing, and then it opens like this. Then there's some paperwork in the side here that we never read. We'll just put it back in there for now. And then this kind of opens up like that. And then there's the fob itself. So we're gonna take that out just like that. And nothing else in here. And as for this one, it's kind of, it's typical. You open it up like that, and then inside is just the plastic enclosures along with the paperwork there. And there are 4 of them in here, as you can see. Each of them has its own key ring. It's the metal key ring right back there. Nothing super special, and they look just like this. So I'm gonna hold this up so you can just kind of see the size comparison there. This is around twice as high. They're around the same width. The Tile is perhaps a bit thinner. You can see there, a bit thinner. It has this ring of metal around it, so it does feel a little extra sturdy. This is lighter, and this is a bit denser and a bit heavier. In the paperwork, this does say it can be tracked for a bit farther. Now, the main difference, I would say, between these two is that the paperwork says this is the Reyke one. It says it only uses an Apple app, which is a little disappointing. I only have Android devices, so I would not be able to use this one, whereas this one can be used for Android and Apple devices. And I do like the sturdiness in the hand. This is a little bit thinner, so this would fit in my pocket if I'm gonna be wearing it for, longer periods of time. And then if I lose my keys, there's no difference between them, especially if the technology is the same. Both of these do have replaceable batteries. Now, I opened this one up first. They're a little bit difficult to open up. So this one opens via this little notch here, and you kind of just have to use your nails to pry it open. Let's see if I can do it. I don't have too much leverage here. The gap is not very wide, so you have like trouble. Oh, broken nail there. Can we even? I'm having trouble opening this. All right, after a few broken nails and some effort, I finally have the 2 sides detached there. On this side is just the, looks like the speaker there, and the grill. All right, putting that aside for now. And here's the motherboard. Nice little thing. And there's the battery right there. So it looks like you would just take it out and replace the battery just by sliding it out just like that. I'm putting it in this coin battery there. All right, fine. Looks like that button there makes it yep. It's like, oh, I found it. I get to click on the button. It's like, okay, I found the little device. That took too much effort, man. That took too much effort. That's like decoupling some tightly connected objects. All right, how do we put this back together now? Like that. Fits rather well. It has this nice kind of rubber O-ring to prevent any moisture from getting in. So if you perhaps have lost your phone in the swamps or the ocean or the lakes, perhaps this will survive for some time until you can find it. I'm just clicking it back together. There we go. Hopefully for this one, it comes apart more easily. Now on the back there, you've got some information. It says, scan me if found. So if someone perhaps finds this, they can scan this and they immediately know who it belongs to. That's a pretty good feature, actually. So you don't need to look for it. Or if it's out of range, someone else can find it and do you a favor. Or they can just keep it and, well, don't do that. But, all right, so on the back it says that this kind of plate can be taken off, and it has the battery inside. Let's see. All right, that was because I pressed this button. That's what happens when you find the device, or it makes a really loud beeping noise when you're trying to find it. You press on the app. It's like, where's my device? Oh, it's screaming at me from the other room. There it is. And it's just a simple battery. You could just take it. That came off real easy. It has that O-ring right there. That was a much better experience. Look at my nails. Look at my poor nails. Can you believe this? Anyway, that's that. Now, what do I think about comparing these two? Now, this is obviously a higher quality device in that the plastic is nicer. It has this metal ring around it. It's got a nice speaker in there. This feels like a much cheaper plastic. If I were to compare them, it's like, okay, this one works with Android and Apple. This one only works with Apple, but this one comes with 4 devices. This one comes with only 1. This does have the extra feature of the Scan Me If Found. You can replace the battery a lot more easily. And Tile is a larger company. It's much more recognized. You'll get better customer service, etc. So I don't know if I can decide between these two, besides the fact that I would only ever be able to use this one because I have Android. And they're around the same price, but you get 4 for 1 with this, which is pretty nice. Now, I only have 1 set of keys, so this would only go with my main set of keys, but if you have any other things you'd want this to go on, like, again, your grandma, or your dog, or, I don't know, your cat, or your parakeet, if you let them outside and you want to know where they go, don't let your parakeet out. That's a really bad idea. Don't just forget I said that. But that's the comparison between these two. Just a simple product demo. Hopefully you never have to use them, because if you do, that means you've already lost your device, and that can be an anxiety-producing feeling. But hopefully these will help you find your device. Again, if they're within 500 feet. I would prefer it if these are like, oh, you find it and you could just find it anywhere in the world. But unfortunately, that's not the case. I hadn't realized this was also in the box, because it was like right in the middle and I didn't see it. This is from the Reyke tag box. So there's the O-ring there, and I hadn't seen it because of like my background. But there's also, for each of them, this little key thing, which is used to take apart the device. So if you want to replace the battery, you stick it in like that, and that's used to separate the two sides. This would have been very handy before I ruined my nails trying to take it apart. I'm just not very observant, and I'm not good at unboxing things. If I were, I would have noticed this, and would have saved me a lot of trouble. But that's one point back to this guy, because this makes it a lot easier to take apart. Now, should it require this? I don't think so, because the Tile, you could just use your thumb and take the thing off, and it didn't require an entirely additional device, again, which I will lose, unless I were to keep it on the same keychain that I keep this on, which I wouldn't really want to. Like, oh, I have to keep this near this device at the same time, at all times, just so that if I needed to replace the battery, I can be like, okay, got it. But it is an option. But yeah, that's the comparison between these two. Let's give them one more beep to say goodbye. Ooh, and nice. All right. Let me know what you think, and I'll see you guys next time.